Boom 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 beat up boom. Boom 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 boom. If you can hear me, then you're here. And if you can hear me, then I'm live. Camera's unfocused for some reason. No dice. Actually use a microfiber cloth to clean it. I think it's because I dusted recently. I might have gotten some like dust residue. All right. We're halfway live. Obviously, we're starting soon. Give me just a moment. Still trying to get some of this stuff. So I'm looking around for subreddits to go to. You'll know why in a moment. Just gotta find the right. There's some subs that I like that are ask subs. Let me start with, I guess, one. What is it? What are the big ones? Ask Reddit's the biggest one. Oh, Ask Culinary, that's a good one. Sorry, I know this is taking a bit. Just give me 1 second. Am I the asshole? That's the other one. Yep. I had Ask an American up there, but I guess maybe... Oh no, there's Ask Americans. Then there's Ask an American. This one only has 8,000 members. I think Ask an American is probably the bigger one. Alright, so I've got Ask Culinary, Ask Americans, Am I the Asshole? Which, it's a subreddit. I'm allowed to say that because it's a subreddit. There's no reason I wouldn't be allowed to say it. Whatever. Whatever, man. Whatever. Alright. Let me move this over here so that I can see the lovely chat, the lovely chit chat. Remove that. I can put that there. Gotta go to Twitch and make sure that I am hanging out live on Twitch. The title was a little more aggressive than I wanted today. I think I can change my title anytime I want. I get it, but I'm thinking on it, and it's not that I regret, you know, the title. It's fine. It's just I didn't necessarily want it to be like just the same thing. It worked, you know, and I know that you can't just be like, oh, you gotta, you know, make it work once and then it's gonna work like that forever. It's not how it works. Why would you ask a liberal if Trump is genuinely a moron? They're probably gonna say yes. Alright, well, get that all situated. I think I have the right link in the, or I have the right info here on the bottom of the screen in that scrolling text. You can start with just the regular camera while I do the intro. Really, that's pretty par for the course. It's pretty standard for most people on the tubes, on the YouTubes. I think that fell a little bit. Yeah, I think it's going down. I think there are like, it's going down. I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better dance. That's right. I'm a fan of Key Money Ha. I know her true name. So obviously, perhaps I was lying yesterday. Perhaps I didn't end up getting the camera set up via a second camera. Come hell or high water, like I said I was going to. Which is fine. I'm the one who sets the standards, so I'm the only one I disappoint when I don't meet the standards. And it's not like this was a strict standard. It's just something that I would like to do on stream, is to do some hand poke tattoos. I have these knuckle ones that, and they were gonna say burger, but I am unconfident. I know that's not a word, but I'm not confident in my skills for lettering with my non-dominant hand, though I was able to write that pretty legibly. So I figured maybe I could do it, but just enough time passed and I was like, I'm out of love with it. I thought it was going to be a good joke, but I think it really only works temporarily. It's not one of those longevity sort of things. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some kind of cool like symbologry, because I like blah blah blah. Anyways, hello, hi. Hello, I'm Goose. Welcome to my stream. The title sounds aggressive, and it is. So, and the debate can be a bit aggressive too. But really, I'm just trying to use what I know has worked in the past to communicate that I would like to have spirited discussion. And the theme for today is therapy, as it is most Thursdays. I think we're just gonna make it Therapy Thursdays. You know, why not? Maybe Tattoos Days, Therapy Thursdays, MAGA Mondays. We'll really split it all up, and we'll just kind of like plan it out. The other reason why I didn't want to do hand pokes right now is because I've also kind of felt like there's not a whole lot that would be happening other than just me talking incessantly and then just doing stick and pokes, which I probably won't be able to talk and concentrate at the same time. So I'm trying to also formulate maybe like get a base together of people who call in, or people who at least like, what I think is going to happen if people see more viewers is they're going to be more inclined to call in, because people will not put themselves in a position of losing a debate, which whether they may or may not, who knows, doesn't, you know, you'll know when you call in, I guess. But I don't want to put people in a position to lose debate, or people aren't going to put themselves in a position to lose a debate unless they know they're going to get clout for it, which I think makes sense. So I think if people see that there are people in here and chatting and things like that, then they might be more inclined to call in. I think the best way to approach that for someone that doesn't currently have a gaggle of people who are just slavering to prove them or change their mind, best way to do that is maybe do the next best thing and go to where people need the advice. So granted, because I can't really talk and type at the same time, I won't really be able to well, these are just hand patting on the back posts. Whatever, let's hope that we can encounter some that are a little bit more. I can't just sit here scratching you all day. And how'd you turn your thing upside down? This house is in chaos. Chaos, I tells you. Pure chaos. So again, the theme today is MAGA is a cult, and I believe, I know, I've been doing it a lot lately, and I'm probably going to keep doing it until we nail down specific days for specific content. So Thursday, every other Thursday coming up here is going to be a D&D session, so that'll instantly be something that I'm taking a day off of the schedule for. So there you go. You know, it'll be something. It's all coming together. It's just gonna take some time, which is what I expected. And so, you know, as long as I keep having my mental real estate being taken up by things that are not themes, I'm gonna continue to probably be lacking in the area of coming up with themes. So I figured either theology or therapy Thursdays would be probably the best move, since I'll be alternating out, because some Thursdays will be, I don't know what we're calling it, some D&D thing, something Star Wars related. So yeah, other than that, I think sorry, I started to say that the best way to do that when I have no one to call is going to be answering questions that oh, I already answered that, or I already said that. going to be answering questions that I see on these subreddits that I often comment on. So I'll be just doing the same thing that I do on Reddit, but here with my face in the camera, on the camera, in the featured. That's right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the one that I probably know, probably the least, probably the most about. I know I said least, but didn't mean that. The one that I know the most about, and that'll probably be culinary stuff. So I'm going to sort by new, because I want to get real questions. I don't want to get, like, I want to get what people might think of as stupid questions, though I do not believe that that is a thing, if that makes any sense. So that's what we're going to start with. If we don't get any callers in the first 2 hours, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, like, just kind of loosen my desire for calls, and we're just going to play some Against the Storm or Call of Duty. I haven't decided yet. I've really been getting back into shooters lately, so perhaps Call of Duty might be it. I haven't streamed Call of Duty in over 10 years because I feel like people are tired of it, but maybe not. You know, I thought people wouldn't want to watch Vampire Survivors, but apparently that's a thing. So I figured more people want to play those games than they do want to watch them. That didn't make sense grammatically, but if nobody caught it, I won't cop to it. Other than that, please feel free to call in. The Discord links, if they weren't already, which they might not be, are going to be, what can I? Nope, I'm not in the waiting room. I want to be in the box. Oh no, I do have the Discord link up somewhere in the YouTube thing, but I have to bring the window up because I docked the window to the side of the screen. Now I try to resize it, it's not going to work. Gotta get that Discord. Discord. All right. Discord, that is pinned. Jabam. And then Twitch. Discord. Jabam. Pinned. All right. Now there's no excuse. No excused. Excused? Now there's no excuse. So what I would recommend is if you think that you have a good point that might change my mind when I claim that MAGA is a cult, please feel free to join the call and try to change it. I'm happy to hear it. I'm happy to hear whatever you have. Even if it's just, you know, just a bunch of hate speech. Let's get that engagement. That's fine. I'll deal with that. Y'all. All right. And, you know, I guess I could just start by saying, like, what makes me unique? What makes me the kind of guy that maybe you might want to argue with? Well, because I can offer a little bit of a bridge between us and you. And I think I've been pretty good at that in the past. I have done a lot of mediating. I've done a lot of, because I don't know if this makes any sense, but like being a consultant, you kind of learn how to talk to people in a way that they, like, I guess, how do I explain this? In a way that they, like, make, can rationalize it into thinking that it's an idea that they came up with. That really doesn't make a lot of sense right now, or in my head. I guess what I'm trying to say is I have spent a lot of time trying to understand different sides of issues and have gotten to a place where I think that I can pretty effectively communicate what one party is trying to say to another. And the way that translates into a debate that you, whoever you are, and I might have is it's going to allow me to communicate a lot of the things that perhaps liberals don't tend to say that maybe they should, or perhaps there's a what do you have in your mouth? Oh, cool. You just had like a big goodness. Oh, puppies, man, puppies. Puppies are insane. I really hope that was not a turd. Let's hope that wasn't a turd. I'll keep my hopes high. I did sanitize. So yeah, if you think that you have a way to change somebody's mind, if they think that MAGA is a cult, if you got like a grandma that you got a story about where she did something really cool, like that is not indicative of a cult member, or if you have some views on Trump that might actually make sense to me, and you think that you can I guess use that information to convince me that people that are in MAGA are not cult, but so far and continuously that is what I believe. So that's why the calls are open, that's why the Discord's open, that's why I'm here, I'm doing this, and it's Thursday. Theme Thursday. Today's theme is therapy. How does that tie into MAGA? Well, I'm pretty sure that's apparent on its face. So, stop. No. I see what you're doing. Maybe it was like a dirt nugget or something. I don't know what it was, but she's going after the little nibbit. Stop. Trying to butter me up. Shouldn't be eating random stuff. Especially not stuff that looks like poop. Oh, I can't play, I'm sorry, I can't play. I want to play, but I can't. I'm here, I'm on a mission. We're all on a mission. We're on a mission of peace and pizza. So if you want to be on a mission of peace and pizza, join us. 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 There's that brainwashing they keep talking about. Anyway, so what we're going to start with, as I said before, is we're going to start with Ask Culinary. And I guess that is as good a one to start at as any, but the problem is that I've never had one of those Imperia pasta makers. I've seen them at thrift stores, but I have not had them myself. I'm just going to turn the video off for one moment. Bear with me here, people. Gotta get some medications going. All right. Flawless. Dump out. Flawless. So first, to preface, I am not a doctor. I do not have a medical degree. I am not a qualified counselor. I am simply a person who has lived a lot of stuff and knows how to talk to people. So if you are experiencing a mental crisis, please fucking don't watch this. I can't. I gotta stop cursing in the very first little bit of the stream. Oh my gosh. First, stop watching my stream and then go and find a qualified specialist that can help you. Because that's really all I'm going to recommend in the first place. So, yeah. Other than that, I'm happy to help talk you through any of life's difficulties, especially if you are a member of the MAGA movement and don't believe you're in a cult. I'm happy to talk you through it. Here we are. In addition to that, hello. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the stream. I'm Goose, once again. Discord links are in both chats, in both the YouTube chat and the Twitch chat. And the Discord's mostly always open. If I'm like, there just may be times that I'm not there, but the Discord's always available. You can call in, even if I'm not there. I don't know why you would, but you could. Someday you may. I don't know. Best way to watch me and to call in when I'm online is to tune in on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Those days may expand from 11 to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Pretty easy sketch to follow. You like the way that I use the word sketch? Makes me feel more modern and hip, doesn't it? I agree. Clean out my glass attachment. All right. To help fixing a bad flan recipe. Let me guess, it broke? Comté cheese flan. Oh, to make it work. I mean, it sounds about right to me. So, they have the recipe. The issue is that cheese almost always splits out of the mix, forming a weird kind of grainy sludge at the bottom of the molds it is cooked in. I've considered ordering... No, because that's if it's Comté, it won't. It's too soft for sodium citrate to bind it back together. I'm not sure what temperature stable it is. Well, that could be it too. You know, some cheeses melt at room temperature, and if you're baking your flan at 80 C, that's what, 160 or 170 something, 180. Or no, sorry, 160, 180, something like that. 80 C. 176. Yeah, okay, so roughly for about an hour. Sounds like a long time. And then the recommendations, sorry, this is just see, okay, so it's hard to read. So this is why I can't type a response to these, because I'm supposed to be reading them out and then answering them. Sorry. Let's see. Isn't there like Ask a Chef too? Whatever. Does cooking hot sauce instead of cold infusing, fermenting reduce the spiciness? Yes, because you're solving some of the soluble compounds with heat. Help, I accidentally put too much vinegar in my wedges. Oh, that's fine. Well, I mean, you're probably gonna have to start over. Steak in a paella pan. No reason why not. It's just not. I don't know. It's like a whatever. Turkey, pepperoni, and or salami for sandwich. Always salami. Come on, not turkey. How would you get creamy grits without cream or cheese? It is all about eliminating lumps and making sure that you are being very gentle with it. You don't want to boil grits, you want to simmer them, and you want to do a light simmer. That's how you get the creamiest, best grits. Doesn't hurt to put a hand blender in there afterwards. Kind of cheaty. A little bit of butter, a little bit of butter. It's kind of a cheese way of doing it, but. Croque en bouche with toothpick or chocolate. What? What? I don't understand. Why there's a. Fixing the making them. Okay, so croque en bouche, if you're not aware, is a traditional French wedding cake. Essentially, it's a cake, but what it really is a bunch of. If you've ever had petit fours or cream puffs, it's that type of dough that is then either dipped in chocolate or drizzled with caramel, but they're piled up in like a pyramid shape on a table, and you then like drizzle ribbons of caramel all over them. And the tradition is that if you are able to make the ribbons like fluffy and high, like the higher that you can make the ribbons, the better the marriage will work out. Which feels a little weird to hinge the fate of the marriage on whether or not a confectioner can do his job effectively, but it's the tradition. So they're making shoe with crackling and bought styrofoam tower. You don't need styrofoam towers. See, here's a real hack. Just make the tower out of food. There you go. Other than that, I wouldn't put. You can put toothpicks in a croque en bûche. A lot of people use like longer skewers, but essentially they're just toothpicks. But I don't like doing that because your guests, I gotta fumble with it. Then I would rather just have something that people can just tear the fuck apart. You know. Again, cussing in the first half hour. Never gonna get partnered with that kind of attitude, you know. No, sir. Well, I'll get it, but I won't be able to keep it. Or at least I won't be able to keep the videos monetized. Ay, ay, ay. Question about charcuterie setup. Okay, so I have a bit of a pet peeve when it comes to charcuterie boards. They are like all the frickin' rage right now, and I gotta say that I'm a bit tired of it because it's kind of a cop out. It's when I was coming up, when I was a youngster, coming up in the old restaurant industry, when we saw someone doing a meat board or a cheese plate or whatever, that was sort of either, if it was good, then they were doing a cool curated thing, but oftentimes it wasn't good. Oftentimes it was just whatever meats that they could get from whatever distributor that they were ordering from, and some of them would come pre-sliced, some of them would come in like vacuum sealed packages. Like, just for reference, that's not really in keeping with the artisanal spirit of why you would do a charcuterie board in the first place. So charcuterie boards are meant to highlight or showcase a particular specific item, not a large group of items in excess, even though the traditional idea of a smorgasbord is meant to be a more plentiful cornucopia type Dionysus, who's Dionysus's counterpart in the other pantheon. Oh, it was on the tip of my tongue. The grape guy. It's not Hephaestus. Because Hephaestus is in Dionysus's pantheon. Damn, who was it? Barnabas. Bar something. Not Barnabas. Whatever. Bacchanal. Bacchus. Boom, baby. Woof, man, that was gonna kill me. So, a bacchanal is like a buffet, and that's usually on a long wooden plank because that's what people ate on back in the day. You know, when they didn't have sophisticated technology like we do, we still eat on long wooden boards. You know what? That's fine. Point is, that was more of like a eat all you can. It's supposed to be a big overflowing feast. Like if you've ever seen that, I think it's Spanish, drama or sci-fi or whatever it is, where a table comes down, they're like in a prison or whatever, and it's long, like big and plentiful. That's what a smorgasbord or like a bacchanal is supposed to be. Of course, bacchanals include a lot of other stuff that doesn't necessarily have much to do with food unless that's what you're into. But then maybe so did the Scandinavian parties too. I'm guessing. It wouldn't surprise me if that was the reality. Anyway, we're talking about MAGA being a cult, and then we got on to god pantheons because we were talking about charcuterie boards. So, long story short, I think charcuterie boards are a bit of a cop-out, and I think people take a lot more pride than they should in how they look, and a lot less pride in what's on them. And of course there are exceptions. You know, there are people who actually use the opportunity to showcase something that they made, a salami or a force meat or something, something charcuterie like. But the problem is, a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people just use their deli slicers, they got their boar's head, whatever, and they, you know, they're like, oh, look at this, I'm itching my nose because of allergies, I'm not picking it, I promise. Look at this charcuterie board I made for a client for my private chef service. And it's like, they could have gone to Albertsons and they could have just slapped some meat on a cutting board and probably paid about 3 times less for it. So charcuterie boards suck unless you make, so my old man pet peeve thing basically is that unless you make everything on the board, including growing the grapes, hand harvesting the almonds, like it's supposed to be that level of curation. If you don't do that, don't freaking do a charcuterie board. Skip it and pick something else. Pick something that actually challenges you. Really, all you're doing is arranging something on something. That's not even a plating technique. That's not even like something you need to know for plating. Like it's not even, it's nothing. It's just nothing. Screw your charcuterie boards. So I will not be answering your question about charcuterie setup. How am I supposed to cook an omelet in a stainless steel pan? You know, a lot of these, you don't even really need the context. This one's easy. You make sure that the pan is very well greased. That's it. That's really all. Like, people think that you need like a 1/4 tablespoon of butter in a pan and then that's sufficient to lubricate the pan. Nah, you need like 8 almost sorry, I was gonna say you need like 8 ounces. It's not that, quite not that much, but you need a good slick on the bottom. You need some content in that pan in order to make sure that it's lubricated properly. That's really the only thing you need to know about cooking eggs in anything. You can cook them in a wok. You can cook them in a clock. You can cook them in some stock. You can cook them on TikTok. Sam I am. Okay, it came around full circle. I think. I don't think it did. Texture and color difference for creme caramel above and below water bath line. Well, it sounds like you splattered some water in there. Homemade corn tortilla, help! I have to make some homemade corn tortillas. I was given freshly ground. Nixtamalize, yes, thank you. But I'm wondering if I should balance that. Nope. Well, lard. If you're confused, some lard. I wouldn't do straight nixtamal. I don't know. I'd put a little bit of lard in there, like some binder, you know. I don't know. Some people just use hot water too. But I like a little bit of like the fluffy, fatty, like I don't know. I like a more flavorful corn tortilla, and if I have some like really like high quality nixtamaled cornmeal, I'm gonna be putting a little bit of lard in there. That's just me. But lard's delicious. I don't know what that is. When to portion dough when aging. Where can I buy a chicken that looks like this? That looks like this. That looks like this. Oh, for Christ's sake. Oh, I mean, that's just it's not like a specific breed or location. It's just like a fatty chicken. So the yellow stuff is fat. It's like it's not like the fat that you find on like a chicken breast, but it's fat. It's like the fat that's in the skin. It's fat that's in the flesh. It's you know, there's some higher fat content in like local chickens. So local like heirloom chickens that are actually on a farm. Would this ice cream recipe work? Just say the recipe, man. Feeling bad about eating too much ice cream that you want to make some to make up for it. It's really easy to make. Really easy. A good middle ground recipe that makes a decent amount. I think it makes like 2 or 3 quarts of ice cream is... Well, I could do the math, I guess, after I list the ingredients. But it's a very basic custard recipe, which is pint of cream, pint of eggs, pint of sugar. That's like the easiest thing you can ever remember, and that makes a perfect custard base. You can scale it up, scale it down. any amount you want. You can even put a cup if you want. But it's 1 to 1 to 1. Like I said, very easy. You take the eggs, you separate them. You have the whites. You can either use the whites or you can use yolks. I use the whole egg. You mix up the egg, nice and mixed up, nice and blended up, and then you could use a hand blender if you want. Don't have to. A fork would be fine. And then you heat the milk and the cream and what else was it? The sugar. You want to dissolve the sugar in the cream, and you want to get the cream up to about 180, 190 degrees. And then you take a little bit, spoon a little bit of that hot cream mixture into the eggs. You do that a few times, stir it in, get it nice and mixed in. Doesn't have to be completely homogeneous. You're basically just tempering the eggs to make sure they don't turn into scrambled eggs when you pour the rest of them back into the whole thing, because it's still going to be pretty hot. You got it up to 180 degrees because that's when the proteins in the milk start to change, and it allows for them to cling on to other proteins, which it's just thickening, essentially. It's allowing for it to be a custard once it's incorporated into the eggs and whatnot. So that's a good custard recipe. And you can just chill it, put it in the freezer, wait till it freezes halfway, stir that up, wait till it freezes again, stir it up, keep doing that over and over and over, and you've got ice cream, essentially. It's technically gelato because it's got full milk fat, but it's basically a sorbet. It's the method of sorbet, but it's full milk fat, which means it's like gelato. So it doesn't matter. It's just all about how much air you work into it. But either way, you got ice cream. And you know what you can do with that during the summer? You can make freaking milkshakes. You can just make a little custard base, thicken it up, make it into like the poor man's ice cream, I call it, and then just, well, not with eggs these days. Anyway, along the lines of a pudding: milk, cornstarch, nope; cocoa, nope; sugar, then add butter, nope; and rest until room temp. Whip it up with rum and put it in the freezer, nope. So, and it says one of the answers here says that too much alcohol. There was no indication that he was going to put too much alcohol in there. I don't know why. Some people just feel like they gotta make things to address. So, I understand. Plastic versus wooden doesn't matter, or wooden doesn't matter. Keep spicing something creamy, buttery. Egg white whipping. Brine. How long can be kept? I store transport kebabs. Salsa for vegetarians. I made raspberry ice cream instead of raspberry iced cheese instead of ice cream. Curdled, huh? Had the puree in it curdled. Because your puree was hot? Oh, too acidic. If you put lemon juice in milk, it'll curdle. So that's actually a good way to make ricotta. Maybe Ask Culinary might be too uncontroversial for the tone of the title, and I know that I said the title was a little rough, or well, not rough, but aggressive, but I swung the pendulum all the way into the other direction, and I'm starting to bore myself. So we're getting rid of Ask Culinary, and let's go straight to the Ask a Liberal. Sorting by new. All right, what are your thoughts on a national divorce? As a conservative, I don't think it's going to work, but I don't know if our current government is going to work either. Our current arrangement. Although a national divorce does seem likely to cause a civil war. I gotta wonder what kind of delusion these people live in, where we are constantly on separate physical, actual sides of the country, and we're somehow completely divided from each other, and that we're not actually completely incorporated into society with one another and have to live and work with each other all the time, every day. So what planet if you're a conservative out there, what planet do you think we could live on that we would, or what alternate universe do you think we could live in that we would be able to have a national divorce? That doesn't jive. Doesn't pass the mustard test. The country is ours, not yours or mine. So I don't know where this point of view is coming from in the first place. Perhaps in their circle they've been hearing people talking about a national divorce. People have been talking about that since the last time they tried it, and it tends to not go anywhere. However, you know, with the, let's say, lax ethics of our current government, perhaps it's more possible now than it ever has been. I've know that on the left side of things, I've been hearing people talking about, oh, well, we should just put California and Oregon and Washington together and form our own country. That's also a stupid idea, because outside of any metropolitan area in the Pacific Northwest, as a whole, including most of Northern California, it's all Trump country. So again, my answer would be the same for that side as well. We are intrinsically tied together, and so we have to find a way to make things work. And as long as you guys start staying in your lane and stop trying to control other people, then perhaps we might be able to get along. And like I say, like I would say that I'm about as left as it comes. Like I'm, you know, real in that left neighborhood. All right. And I feel like you guys should be able to separate yourselves if you want. You guys should be able to leave the country if you want. If you want to go and form your own Christian nation, do so. You know, you'd be leaving us alone. You might try to war with us, that's fine. But you'd be separated. You'd have your own thing. You'd have your own Never Land, you can call it. Or it'd probably be like Trumpia. Or like Big Beautiful Island. Big Beautiful Island, in brackets, totally not like Epstein's Island. There you go. You guys can have that one for free. I won't even copyright it. You can have it. Enjoy it. Enjoy. I can't play with you. I'm sorry. Very cute though. Hello. Again, the topic today is, if you're MAGA, you're in a cult. I'm open to having my mind changed, and I'm willing to support my point. That's about it. Other than that, we're looking at the sub right now, Ask a Liberal. I'm answering these questions, going down the list. If you think this is boring, why don't we spice it up and have you call in if you disagree with anything that I'm saying? Huh? Why don't you put your text where your mouth is? That's really just speaking, isn't it? I'll come up with something clever later. I'll just edit it in and be like, ah! That wasn't funny either. That was weird. You know what? That's fine. We can all be a little weird sometimes. Anyway, as I was saying before, if you happen to disagree that you're in a cult, or if you'd like to know more, if you'd like to just wonder why the heck I'm even here in the first place, presenting this idea. What happened to you? Who hurt you? Who led you to this? Well, I'm happy to explain. So feel free to call in. The Discord links are in both chats, both the YouTube and the Twitch chat. My name is Goose, and insert tagline here. Dramatic. Filibuster. Moving on. could trickle down economics? No. It's just corporate, man, like, not as advertised, certainly. But let's imagine a system where where corporate executives only make one set amount of money for their entire career. It's like in their contract, or it's a law. You can only make a certain amount. Let's say that we passed one of those radical leftist laws that they had been talking about in the last 20 years. I believe this was on the docket at some point, where executives could only make a certain percentage more than the lowest person. I think this still might be a law. Let's see. It might not have been became a law. Yeah, no, there are no federal laws. And I don't... Proposed legislation. There have been efforts to introduce federal legislation aimed at curbing excessive CEO compensation, including proposed excise taxes on companies with high pay disparities. So it looks like it's been talked about, but the thing that I had heard is that executives should only be able to make like 250% whatever their lowest staff is, and that means like on a ground level. Like that means they're like if you've been hired to wash dishes at minimum wage, and you know you make, let's say your minimum wage is $10, then you can only make 250% more than that as an executive, which is like you know, some would say communism. They would scream communism. It's not really communism. It's more so that would be like trickle down economics, because the idea behind trickle down economics as it was presented, not advertised, is that when the company succeeds, when a corporation does well, the money that they earn will be put back into the company in the form of wages, bonuses, perks, improvements to hours and working conditions, things like that. More responsibilities, promotions, you get it, yada yada. And what that happens is it puts more money in Main Street's pockets. And the problem is that rich people do not stay rich by giving away money. So the prevailing notion for most people who have varied liquidity, who can even officially use that term, the only reason they stay that way is by not giving it away, which means that they're way less inclined to be honest about where that money's going, or be transparent about the money that they're earning, or justifying why their wages keep going up while their employees' wages don't, or their bonuses, or etc. So yeah, it's really just greed, which comes from a fear of loss of control. Just so you know, I have a conspiracy theory, which I don't think is really a conspiracy theory. All the BS that we argue about, all the BS that we talk mess to each other about in these culture wars things, it's all just fear. It's all just fear of losing control over something. And that sounds like I'm trying to make a broad statement there, but it's really not. It's a loss of control over your life, a loss of control over your environment, a loss of control over your children, or the perceptions that your children have about you, or loss of control over your aging process, or your fear of mortality, or whatever. Loss of control is what causes the culture wars, or fear of loss of control. So it's fear. Maybe that's a conspiracy theory, maybe not. I don't know. I believe that it's legit. Too legit. Too legit to quit. Hey, hey. So no, trickle-down economics does not work. It is merely just a tax break for the wealthy. Because it's like you want to, you as the government are saying that you want to, well, I don't know why I put that in quotes, but we'll roll with it. You as the government are saying that you want to give tax breaks, you want to give breaks, you want to give regulation loosening, you want to have no like corporate taxes on those guys. You want to make sure that they can move freely and do whatever they want within the market because that money's going to trickle down. But that didn't work because of greed. So if you can present a way to not have that greed, like maybe have a law that prevents you from making over a certain percentage more than your lowest wage staff member, and then wouldn't that just encourage corporate business owners to raise frickin' wages across the board? If they were doing well, the rising tide can lift all them ships. And then your dishwashers are making $25 an hour and nobody's complaining about their jobs. Within society, not meaning like society, then there's less money, or there's more money flowing around, so people, you know, value of products goes down, because that wouldn't happen. That's not really part of that. For those who don't consider themselves Democrats, why can't you be a committed Democrat? Oh, Jesus Christ. Is campaigning on abortion rights still as successful? I mean, I will answer this on its title alone first. I guess. I think I tend to have a little bit more faith in people's memories, but I think that faith gets violated a lot because people prove themselves to be more stupid than I thought they were often. Which I don't know, maybe that's just my own misanthropy. The point that I'm trying to make is that we really should just know that good people, if we're thinking about a good and evil side, we should really just know that good people want to not control women's bodies. Like, I feel like that's just, I don't know, we shouldn't make a law that says you have to do anything, as opposed to saying like you're not allowed to do something. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It feels like we shouldn't have to say that putting a law on somebody's body isn't okay, and that people should just be able to get to do like what they need to do for their own health. So yeah, maybe, I guess I guess people need to be reminded that abortion's still an issue, and that sucks. Not just for women, but for everybody. So yeah, well. In the Second Amendment debate, it is often argued that no right is unlimited, but can anyone articulate what the limits actually are? Yes, but what use would it be? I mean, the gun lobby is the biggest lobby in the entire history of the government, so we will never have a situation where they'll talk about it a lot and they'll argue about it a lot, but we'll never really have a situation where people are just going to have guns taken away. Maybe in response to something, perhaps if you know, if they find out that people en masse have been hoarding weapons for some civil war, then I guess if they find that out, I don't think that is a thing people can find out. But I mean, gun control policies range from, you know, just having background checks to up to the strictness of like only being allowed to have handguns or something, you know, like, or hunting rifles, or like having to justify buying a fully auto or a full auto machine gun or something like it, you know, like it ranges, and there's no one Democrat in Congress or the Senate or in power anywhere that agrees with all the other Democrats on what their gun control policies should be. So with that amount of discord, discord. Speaking of, I haven't checked it in a bit. Nobody in the waiting room. Come on, guys. Speaking of, I'm trying to minimize that, but I didn't want to leave the chat channel I was in. Okay. I think I did it. I think I did it right. Yeah. I don't think it's going to get changed anytime soon to the Second Amendment, and I think that people, not only is the NRA going to keep doing what it does to sow discord, haha, but it's just not, nobody's going to pass a law about it. They have too many advocates on both sides of the issue. Not both sides, both sides of the aisle. And there are just as many people on the left that want to own guns as there are on the right. And here's a spoiler alert for all you MAGA guys. If you're talking about how you Gravy Seals are going to do all this stuff in a civil war, like, it reminds me of like when you're like in the schoolyard and, or no, okay, a martial arts film, right? So like, it's like the two leaders of the opposing dojos are, you know, they're bombastic and they're saying like, you've shamed me, you know, you cold cocked me, you punched me, a sucker punch, and I'm gonna get you back. We're gonna tussle, and it's you know, it's all you're gonna be able to do to prevent me from punching you in the face, in the jaw, etc., etc. You've all seen the movies, and so they start to fight, and you know everyone's fighting, and it shows like a bunch of different like people using different styles, different skills, skill levels, and it's always like, you know, the guys that are like talking big and stuff like that, like they get like beat down, and sometimes they might like hold their own, but ultimately they get defeated, and it's usually a matter of their own hubris. But there's always that guy, like that silent guy. It's usually like he's just kind of stoic, standing in the center, and he's just like eyeing the battle, like watching what's going on. And I think they mentioned this in Rick and Morty, I believe, how oh, he's like the silent, powerful guy. He's gonna like, you just know he's, oh no, it was in The Simpsons. It was a bar fight. It was a mobster bar fight, and there was a guy who was just kind of standing there like, and he's just this short, like diminutive looking guy, had like two big guys on the side of him, like he was just there, like a short guy, and he's like, oh man, you know that little guy's gonna do something crazy, because he's standing there all like quiet and powerful. And then when they exit the building, you hear like, ah! And he does, and then like you hear all this like martial arts stuff, and then he's like, oh, he missed it. It's like that. People who have the advantage in some situations and know it tend not to brag about it. Like they tend not to be going like, oh, I'm a good fighter, oh, we've got the most guns, oh, we're more skilled with guns, oh, we're like, you know, it's not the people who brag about it that have, you know, the resources. It's usually they're doing that because they feel insecure. Hey, look at me, because you're insecure. I mean, I don't support a conflict of any sort, but like it's hard to rationalize, you know, the cognitive dissonance. Do you think Republicans will understand how many they have elected? Birds of a feather. So I mean, if they're not ousting them, they might be guilty of it themselves. If you were a single issue voter, nobody's a single issue voter, and if you are, you're stupid. Why won't Trump release the Epstein files? Dude. She groaned because that is an embarrassing question to ask. Why do you think? Oh God, people are still talking about that. Where's my autobiography writer? Like, come on, man. Do Dems need to know? The strategy by the Dems would be a slam dunk. Am I wrong? Trump sued Paramount. Oh, for Christ's sake. Do you agree with Gavin Newsom's plan to gerrymander California prior to the 2026 election? That's presupposition. I don't I don't know that he is. Should homeless people be allowed to continuously ride public transit? It's called public transit, is it not? Chicago has recently begun cracking down, sending police to remote homeless people to remove, I think that means to say, on trains and buses, and trespassing people continuously riding. Obviously, this subway system shouldn't be a homeless shelter, but there needs to be proper resources for them at the same time. Well, I think it's mostly that they're probably trying to trespass and arrest people who are riding illegally or habitually doing so, or doing drugs or accosting people. Like, I don't think it's in a vacuum that they're just removing homeless people. You look a little disheveled. Did you do laundry within the last week? No, you're homeless. Get the hell out of here. You're banned for life. Baton Rouge situation? I don't... How can Dems... Okay. Why did regime change work? Okay. I'm out of the loop with blah blah blah. No, you're not. What are your thoughts on payment process? Okay. Democrats trying to push for gun control. Okay. Incumbency, disadvantage, one-sided. No. NPR publicly funded. I don't know. Anti-establishment, progressive energy. What are some personal acts that should disqualify someone being elected to office? Well, sexual assault. Purposefully lying to the government. Pretty much anything that would constitute a felony. Inciting a insurrection to the government. Probably. Weaponizing the freedom of speech. Perhaps. One could argue. Tax evasion. I'm just saying. I mean, yes. Well, no. Oh, affair. I mean, no. That's their people, dude. It's regardless of how much power you have, you're still a human being, and you're still subject to human beings' wants, desires, and needs. And if you cheat on your wife and shit with a person you work with, regardless, I mean, obviously the power imbalance is something that HR needs to address pretty damn quickly. And if you are the president of the United States, it's not going to be looked good upon. People aren't going to like it. But again, you're still human, and that really should just be behind your closed doors or with HR. As long as HR is involved and actually addressing the situation and isn't going to be like, oh, well, he's the president. I can't be HR with the president. As long as, you know, everything's working the way that it should, then having an affair with an intern would really be a matter for like a divorce court or therapy, you know, couples therapy and HR. Obviously, there'd have to be a seminar on sexual harassment. Ooh, sorry headphones. If anyone's on headphones, sorry about that. Anyway, I'm only reading these because we do not have people calling in. So if this is boring, MAGA, then call in and change my mind. Or you might accept that you're in a cult. You might just be like, you know what? I'm in a cult. Praise him. Now, I wonder what the intersection is. So, do you think that Christian MAGA people realize they're in a cult? Because they've been, like, primed for it by Christianity. You know? So, do you think that it's like, I mean, they throw the word indoctrination around constantly. So, is it projection? Perhaps. And this is where I would divest from my left brethren in values, because I would encourage affiliation with groups that society doesn't like, so that society can go like, and you're gone, you know, because that's what civilization is. You're supposed to remove the elements that you do not feel vibe with your culture, and you're supposed to welcome in the elements that do vibe with your culture. And for a culture that is typically you know, in the vein of acceptance and equity, then, you know, perhaps the people who are not into that stuff should make themselves known, and we can just like, there you go, go form your own nation. Do that. We'll be here. You guys do that. So I think freedom of speech for that matter, for that purpose, should probably be absolute. And driving drunk off a bridge and leaving your passenger die, is this in a TV show? Why is this so specific? Are you in power, Mr. Prez 180? Are you trying to tell us something? Can someone give me a good argument for rent freezes / rent control? I mean, not if you believe in a free market, which it's kind of a double-edged sword. Free market's good for small business owners, but a free market allows people to gouge you. And so if you don't have laws in place that protect people from being gouged, especially for like a place to live, then you're basically creating homeless people. I mean, I know that's like a bit of an extreme, but I don't know, that's kind of how I feel about it. Yeah, screw you, bigotry. How does America put its partisanship aside and clean up its government? Trump has to be out of politics. That's the only way I see that ever happening, is Trump's whole family being gone from the public sphere, like from politics, like at all. It's the only way I see anything getting back on track. And I think including the people, well, actually, there haven't really been people on the left that I've felt like go overboard, really. You know, like there was a bit of a pandering thing, like with the squad and like the whole we can do it sort of thing. Like it was a little much, but I think that good stuff came out of that, because now people are like, all right, let's dial it back a little bit. We don't want that kind of energy. So one of these people might actually run for presidency at some point, and we want them to be able to win. So let's not create a corniness around it. But yeah, Trump and his whole everyone just needs to be out of politics, and that's really the only way that we can kind of like come together and get back to a bipartisan set of things. They're already, I guess, things are already, you know, in the works. Like they're trying to keep the laws from being too strenuous. They're trying to push back, but man, government, like, it feels like a lot of national leaders are just ballless. I don't know, like, see, my conspiracy theory is that Democrats and Republicans are equally corrupt. And because if you have stocks, if you have property, if you are rich, if you have any amount of money that you don't want to see go away, you're probably going to be cheering silently, even though you're saying it's a travesty, it's a threat to national security, it's a threat to democracy. You're probably cheering for those tax breaks for the rich because you get to benefit from that. So regardless of what position you hold in the government, whether you're left, right, you know, small government, big government, you are subject to corruption and are likely engaging in corruption. So that's just how our government works. It thrives on corruption. It operates on corruption. So, and Trump's only making that worse. People are like, oh, he's an average guy. What? What? A rich guy, a guy that was handed money, received money from his father, just like Elon. So why idolize these people? Gross. Don't be gross. All right? Anti-Hillary Biden, leftist. What? Where is it legal to do so? Why doesn't anyone left center come to protest openly carrying weapons? Because you don't want to instigate the situation. The reason why people want gun control in the first place is because they don't want people walking around with like fucking AKs on their backs. Like, doesn't that scare you? Like, when you see someone with a gun in public and they're a complete stranger to you, knowing everything you do about our history, doesn't that freaking scare you? Just seeing a person with a gun. I get, like, I understand, oh, you know, we gotta be macho. We gotta say, oh, I'm not scared of anything, but that shit's scary. That should be scary, man. Who is your favorite current Republican politician? Kinzinger, obviously. Rand Paul, ugh. Ugh. You ever wonder if perhaps liberalism is fundamentally counter to human nature? What? We getting philosophical with it now? We got a man in power right now who is being held together by McDonald's. And you're trying to wonder about philosophical concepts of liberalism. Like, come on. Why was the Biden administration so timid in providing military aid to Ukraine? Not if you listen to Republicans who are saying we're sending billions and billions, hundreds of billions of dollars over there every day. Like what? Why are Americans consumed with immigration? Am I missing something? Yeah, if you're not from here, you probably don't understand the immigration stuff. Is there a double standard between Obama? I covered this on Tuesday. That's stupid. People said deporting illegals will hurt the economy, yet Obama did the exact same, and liberals claim he fixed the economy. Did he? Or did the numbers go up every year? Just saying. What is the cost of getting arrested for protest? Do you actually believe Trump is as bad as Hitler? In spirit, yes. In practice, he's pretty bad at it so far. It requires me to assume a lot of conspiratorial bullshit in order to justify anything I'm saying. But I feel like his idolization of other dictators means that he'd probably want to emulate the guy who was the most infamous one over the span of time to the American brain. My guess. And it probably started in the Teal days when he was being mentored and supposedly had familiarized himself with Mein Kampf. So again, I have to believe a lot of conspiratorial stuff in order to justify what I'm saying. So obviously I have to put the disclaimer that it's probably not true. Very unlikely, alleged. But it seems like he wants to be Hitler. It seems like he really would love to just have absolute power and be a all-powerful dictator. What would you think? Or a religious leader. But he's not familiar enough with religion to, to fake it, I think. What do you think about the pro-LGBTQ protests outside the evangelical business dedicated to helping the homeless? You can't just slap a good label on something and then assume that it's good. You got to justify that. You have to, there's some substantiation that needs to go in there. Oh, they're known for helping the homeless? Oh, well then somebody should not have tried to ask them for equality. All right, that is very mean to the homeless population. Why would you do that to the homeless? See how easy that is. Why did climate change more or less go away as a political issue? It did not. Trump reduced a lot of the regulations he reduced a lot of the regulations for dumping and for companies that need like oversight so that they don't do shady shit. And one of those regulations was the speed limit cap through metropolitan centers for that train line that derailed and killed a bunch of people. So it's been an issue, especially he was trying to do the Keystone something, like trying to do some pipeline, trying to extend a pipeline or something like that, like trying to do domestic oil in his campaign, this most recent one. So no, it did not go away as an issue. People saying that it shouldn't be an issue increased in number, and that's about it. That's all that happened. The pushback again, but before it was people going like Greenpeace, like environmentalist, Al Gore. Do you believe that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself? I do not. I do not. I believe that he was assassinated. And I believe the only reason Ghislaine Maxwell has not testified yet is because the Republicans are in power. The people who do not want to show up on that list are preventing her from doing so. So, chew on that, why don't you? Shouldn't abortion be restricted in some fashion, and at what point? Please tell me you don't think that third-term abortions are happening all the time. I'm pro-life for the simple fact that I know that I could have been aborted. Oh, for fuck's sake, then you're buying the propaganda. You could have been aborted. Jesus could have been aborted. You know? He could have. How does that make you feel? And I would very much not like that. Are you a troll? I know a lot of pro-life positions rely on religious justification, and maybe I'll even entertain that. Some of them are misogynistic, but those aren't the reason I hold this view. Wait, doesn't the Bible say that if your husband cheats, then the wife gets stoned to death? Pretty sure. Shehenazarezeb said, I made that name up, said that also in the days of King David, I think, when his empire was being taken away from him, his wives got violated. Pretty misogynistic. But at what point would liberals say, hang on. I agree with the exceptions for abortion when it comes to a situation where the woman had absolutely no agency in the decision to become pregnant, i.e. forced coercion or the usual suspects beyond that. There are. I'm not sure how many more usual suspects there are, but I feel that elective abortions based entirely on circumstances that don't involve the question of this woman have any agency in conception don't factor in. So you believe that a woman should not have control over her body. Plain and simple. But at what point would liberals say that this abortion isn't right and shouldn't be allowed, or does that point even exist at all? I don't want to read the edit. I want to just take that at face value. You're just a Christian who is like trying to pose a question. I'm just posing a question about abortion to the leftists out there. It's been addressed. I don't know. Like, I think that if you can justify that a baby can live outside the womb and is no longer requiring its parent to form and survive, okay, perhaps that could be a cutoff. If we're debating the issue and we're saying like, when would the cutoff be? I would say if the woman were to die suddenly and you were to, at the emergency scene, cut open her belly and take the baby out and the baby was alive or was able to live, then I would say that whatever the point that starts, and I won't argue about that. Like, you can be like a heartbeat law person and I would be like, a heartbeat does not constitute a person, etc. But like, I think if you were to make a law about it and you were to say, we're getting ideas for when to restrict abortions and we want good faith answers, then I would say around then. I would say when the baby can function on its own. And as far as I know, that's pretty darn close to birth. I'm not really sure, because I am not familiar with the formation of a baby, And if I was, I'd still want to defer to like professionals on that. So take what I said with a grain of salt, but I think that really should be up to the medical professional and the medical community to weigh in on that kind of stuff, because they would know better than the government would, because the government is subject to bias and corruption. And corruption can sometimes mean influence from religious groups. Or if they are religious themselves, then they have a specific value system that they adhere to. So that's how you get that answer. Felt like being sassy. Does Andrew Cuomo hate his family? Probably. Hilarious. DHS and ICE? I mean, I don't really think that you need like 7,000 different government agencies to handle a variety of issues. I think that you can probably just disseminate that between maybe a few different agencies. You don't need the alphabet gang coming in and you not being able to know who they are because they've got FTACAGAMGBTCQF on their jacket. What? I'm trying to take this question at face value, but I don't think I quite understand it. Why is the dominant opinion that institutional wokeness exists, but institutional racism doesn't exist? What? So, institutional racism exists, and we created it, but institutional wokeness is really not a thing. So wokeness, if one was to define woke, is just being aware of racism, that it exists in current day, and ideally wanting to do something about it. Not perpetuate it, I mean like in the positive, in the helping people sense. So really all it is an equitable point of view. You want equity in society, and so you want people to have an equal voice. You want people to be able to stand next to each other as opposed to one over the other. So institutional wokeness, if I assume they're talking about the laws that were created to protect minority groups from being discriminated against, which isn't really wokeness. Well, it's not woke in the way that a person on the right would describe it. Like to them, they like woke is, oh, you're saying that I can't do things, which is saying you can't be racist, which is a little weird to admit, but that's how they do. That's how they do. But institutional racism does actually exist. There are very real examples of this, including redlining, including the part of the Constitution that said that, I know that people say it's been debunked, but it has not. It's still being debated over right now in law, in like law schools. The 3/5 whatever, the 3/5 amendment, like tipping is inherently racist, and we can go over that if you want, but I can simplify that by saying that its history is based on racism. The police used to be a militia that was meant to keep slaves in check, or formed. So slave hunters, whatever you would call, I don't know, I'm sure that they had a term that they used back then. Slave hunters, for lack of a better term, formed groups called militias, which we all know what a militia is, but they formed militias and acted as an ipso facto constable force for plantations in the South before and after the Civil War. Before the Civil War, it was to keep slaves in check. After the Civil War, it was to curb the menace that was caused by a bunch of suddenly free slaves. So the police is part of institutional racism. What people mean when they say institutional racism is it means that it is that part of our history ended up creating institutions at the time based on racist ideals. That's all that is. And over time, we have baked those things into our society. That's all institutional racism means. That's all it is. And all woke is being aware of racism and that it still exists in modern day. Need any more definitions? All right. All right. Well, I'm ready to descend into a gaming atmosphere. God. Oof. It smells like she just pooped herself. She didn't, but it smells like she did. Nasty. Oof. All right, let me fiddle with the... Shush. Let me fiddle with the titles here. Theme Thursdays, therapy. We'll play some CoD, I guess. It's been a while, and I haven't streamed it in a very long time. So, Theme Thursdays, therapy plus CoD gameplay. So recently, I heard that they're doing Beavis and Butthead stuff, and that sounded fun. So let's do it. If you're just joining, hi, hello, hi, I'm Goose. Thanks for tuning in. Discord's gonna stay open. I guess. What's how can I make this? How can I make this funny? Ask a filthy liberal. Ask a filthy liberal. Parentheses with CoD gameplay. There we go. Now that's a title for YouTube. That works. And we will go into gaming. Keep it to Theme Thursdays. Can't I put the game title? There we go. Call of Booty. It's funny. Right? I think it's funny. Ask a filthy liberal. I could probably put a hashtag there. Here we go. Changes saved. Now I got to copy and paste. Robot. Beep borp. People blurp. So yeah, if you're just joining, thank you so much. If you are lurking, thank you as well. If you like what you've been seeing, which has really just been me talking to Reddit this whole time, then I guess like and subscribe. I feel like perhaps that's not that good of a reason, but we'll be going into CoD, so I guess if you like CoD, then like and subscribe for that. And then also we'll be doing, as per usual, I'll be uploading more sort of longish formish stuff. pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. And I guess we'll open up CoD. I don't know if it's gonna run well. I ran Cold War when I was streaming, so I just don't know if it's gonna run well. We shall see. We shall see. I will turn off the text, and I will probably reduce this guy a little bit so that you can see the whole HUD. And then we'll be doing some Codsworths. What? I'm also gonna lower the El Graphicos. Oh, also I'll change the info here. So I play Call of Duty multiplayer. I don't play. Oh yay, COD Tunes is started. Yeah. I play multiplayer. I don't play the whatever it is. What is it? The Battle Royale or the extraction mode. I think they're stupid. Like, I think it's an interesting idea, Battle Royale and other game modes and stuff. But the problem that I have is that I'm like from an era where you would find a server, you'd click on it, and you would join the server, and then it would just load in, and that would be a game that you could play for hours on end, and it was like cool. You can't do that in this because you got to wait for a queue. You gotta wait for the game to load, then you gotta wait for a friggin' intro, and then you gotta wait for like your character to get ready and the camera to cinematically zoom into his brain. All of that, and if you die right away, you gotta wait for all that again. But you got a chance in the gulag. It's stupid. I don't mean to be so negative. So we will set it, because it's on extreme quality, and I feel like if we keep it on extreme quality, it is going to kill my bitrate. So I think balanced might be fine. I don't know how much VRAM. I guess I could monitor it, but I don't care that much. We'll keep it tight. Night night. Keep your butthole tight. So as you can see, I've got Coach picked because I went and I bought the Beavis and Butthead skins. Aye! And apparently they have American Dad. For some reason, this is COD now. I was trying to make a joke yesterday with my wife. She doesn't follow any of the COD stuff, so she doesn't know any of this. But I was like, man, you know, it's wonderful that Call of Duty has such a impressive suite of accurate, true to life military representation. It's you know, it feels very current and current. Beavis and Butthead. This copyright free music, I'm starting to recognize that it like keeps playing over and over. Those grifters, I guess. Well, yeah, they have like millions and millions of views on those background music songs, so maybe they're making money. I don't know. It's copyright free. Maybe like Patreons or I don't know. How do they make money? I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back.
computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Found a piece of chicken. It's delicious. Why is my camera doing that again? Focus. Mm-hmm. As you can see, I suck at this game. All right. I suck so much that they failed to load my stats. Come on. I was gonna show off my record. Mm-hmm. Alright, well, I guess you can't see my stats. Would that mean that I got 4 Fury kills in 1 round? If so, that's pretty badass. Oh, sweet. Alright. I don't care. What was that? Very strange is what that was. Can't even get the thing? Nope. No, I don't want the leaderboards. So you have to buy American Dad? That's stupid. I'm not familiar with that meme. What? I feel like someone's like filling balloons. You know that sound when you have like when you hear someone filling up balloons with a helium tank? That sounds like very strange. So apparently you gotta buy the American Dad, which is dumb. But with this this battle, like little mini battle pass, you pay the whatever it is for the premium battle pass, but then you actually get the Beavis and Butthead. Wait, so if you like if you aim, or like will it let you make a sound if you aim or something? Either way, that's very cool. I say cool, like, it's not like badass or anything, it's cool like it's hilarious. Alright. I think I'm ready. Oh no. You didn't see that? Or did you? I don't think I've streamed CoD since I have been active the last 2 times on Twitch, so this is new for, no, I think maybe 2016, 2017, 2018, I think, perhaps. Might be the last time I streamed CoD. I'm sorry I keep like smacking my lips. That is just like killing the audio settings, or the audio monitor. Can't imagine what it is doing if you're listening
on headphones, what it might be doing to those. If it's doing what I think it is, I apologize. Again, thank you for joining if you're here, and if you are a lurker, then I see you, I welcome you. Stay lurking. Also, debate calls are still open for debates. I just didn't want to necessarily have that. I didn't like that aggressive title just staring me in the face. You know, it felt a little much. It felt like I was being a little much, and today's not an extra kind of day. It's too hot. Too hot to get your blood up, you know. Want to keep it chill. Although it's funny, I'm about to play Call of Duty, which is very frenetic for me. You'll see why in a moment. I don't play like the kids on Xbox, that's for darn sure. That's for darn tootin'. So the thing about me is that I like both standing back and sniping, and just watch. I will not be able to perform. I'll get performance anxiety, I betcha. But I like both doing the one shot one kill thing, but I also like running around doing a little bit of knifing. Or in Beavis and Butthead's case, a little bit of frog batting. So hopefully I'll be decent enough at it today where, you know, I can do it and it won't look dumb. It won't make me look dumb. All right, and then the game won't make a liar out of me. Let me just put the famous camera off for the moment. And for the third time in the last 10 minutes, I wanted to appreciate you for stopping by and sticking around and saying hello. And if you didn't say hello, then I appreciate you staying silent, I guess. And then if you like and subscribe, then I appreciate that too. And if you watch these in VOD form, I appreciate that, I guess, the most, because I can barely stand to watch these. So it is both fulfilling and concerning to know that somebody else might find this entertaining. Cheers. Oh, I had to I had a little bit of phlegm at the back of my throat. Oh, gross. Sorry you had to hear that. Cheers. There's my current favorite loadout. I don't really know why I favorited that one, or what I really liked about it, but this is the one I was using last night. I want to level this one up because it has some really good hip fire damage. Although now that I think about it, it might possibly be best to go for something that increases movement speed, just because I might run around with my weapon out. You'll see why I'm considering this in a moment. Oh, did I even activate anything in the armory? So in challenges, you can actually activate stuff. In the armory, what I would like is this freaking perk right here. Ooh-wee. Not this one. Oh yeah, no, I already selected it. Bow shave. Automatically use your dedicated. No, I don't want that one. I think maybe it was that one.
Or it could be slipstream. I don't know. Don't remove tax sprint though. Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe not a perk. Maybe one of these many wee apons. If it's gonna be mostly melee, then I think perhaps just the double-barreled shotgun, which it'll be coming to me in the just from the battle pass thing. Oh, the bow staff. Boom shakalaka. I don't know why you can't find the TMNT skins anymore. That's so stupid. But a bow staff. That's the next best thing. Sorry, I'm just cleaning off the glass piece here. Doing a little bowl cleaning. Doing a little maintenance on the... Can't make that funny. Maintenance. Bowl. All right. Hello. And we're back. All right, let's see if the bitrate holds up. I think it will. I don't think I'm using up too many resources. I think I got other stuff shut down. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all. I got a mastery badge coming up. I'll get that real quick. Chaos. I love chaos. That might not be fun though. Let's see. You know what? Let's try it. Okay. Tomorrow's Friday, which means I won't be streaming. Got a nice county fair coming up. And that'll be this weekend. And that'll be fun. And that'll be fun. Where's it? Oh, there. Volume up, dialogue up. We'll keep everything up. I don't know why I need that cinematic. Yeah. Oh, turn. Background off. That stuff sucks now. Here we go. Look at us. I could probably disable this or pause this or something. No. Nope. Oh, deactivate. Nope. That was my camera.
Enter man.
First, but
Kill confirmed.
It'll be melee focused. Yeah, there's a guy. Guy up there. Not good at aiming right now. It is chaos. This is pretty chaotic, I would say.
Watchdog helo incoming on your location.
always forget to use my equipment if you watch the league. I saw him out of the corner of my eye. I hate how that thing doesn't fly very well. I was expecting someone to try and... I kind of, so that was me, if you noticed me do that, that was me kind of writing off that life, because I figured if someone sees me for long enough, there's no way that I'm gonna live through it, so I just kind of give up. I shouldn't do that.
Enemy watchdog kilo inbound.
It's kind of a reflex. Because time to kill used to be so quick. Where you at? I just saw it.
Still there? Shipwreck, LDPR incoming.
Still there?
Hostile scout pulse in your AO. RTXT maneuver. Enemy scout pulse detected.
People tend to not know how to react when you're running up on them. With an accurate means. Did I already get that? I think the other put up. This was the fun one. It's a fun one to run one, but I don't think I'll be able to. There's so many players. So many players.
Enemy UAV inbound.
Oh yeah, I have tons. That is.
Hey, Beavis, you camping so hard you didn't even notice the dude behind you.
Beavis, you're talking to me, not me. Surely. I just switched to this. Okay. Does he not know who Butthead is?
Enemy napalm strike incoming. Launcher off the weapon. Watchdog kilo operation. Okay, we're making noise.
We're getting there in time.
Hostile LDPR drop detected.
Whiffed.
Shit rep. LDPR incoming. Operating RTXT.
Guys, don't go crazy at each other. I can't moderate right now. I had a gun in my hand the whole time. And I was acting like I didn't. Owie! So many people. The reach is not there. Look at that. That bow staff, that'll put me real close. Serpentine! Serpentine! This is why I can't play I can't play this game.
Back up. Establish watchdog kilo overhead. Archangel making noise.
I can't play this game.
Watchdog kilo incoming.
Dude, some of you guys are camping so hard, I'm watching people running around you guys and you guys don't even see them. It's kind of crazy.
Enemy care package.
I can't play these games at night because I actively avoided my teammates back there. I don't know why. I can't play this game at night because my wife, she would just come. I get why do you think that people are camping?
UAV inbound. Hostile LDPR drop detected. Deploying RCXT.
Oh no! Yeah, I slowed down too much. Maybe that one, that bird would be good.
Heads up.
Oh!
Care package inbound.
Flashed. I got flashed, and I didn't like it this time. Don't. I want to bat this guy. Wanna be this guy? Guys, please. Vita, stop. I know that you've been. You gotta stop. See, that would be why.
Enemy
my phone would
RCXD
be good.
detected. Mark authorized close bomb strike.
Ah, man. I normally try to get traps. I hear it. I hear it. I hear that. You do much to I had my hands full.
No. We have the edge. We don't get cocky. This shit ain't
No,
over.
don't get cocky. I have to hit him 2 times. I thought he was a bad guy. You gotta hit him 2 times with the bat.
Moving without engaging.
Not conducive for swiftness.
Deploying RCXD.
Step right out of the way.
Firing Archangel.
Moving with Archangel. That's right, shithead. Nothing with it.
Midway up, and I was mostly using a bat. I ain't mad at it. Especially for the first round of the day. Not bad. We're gonna keep doing more. I need freaking. Oh shit! My computer feels nice and cool. Ooh, wee! Ultimate cooling power. Though not really. I'm kind of surprised. It feels hot. Very cute. Very cute. Okay, all right, that tickles. You know what? Stop. Okay, no, I'm not. I can't play. You're very cute. Is this? This is Call of Duty music? Weird. It didn't normally have. Did I just always turn the music off? I think I just always turn the music off. For every Call of Duty, I just instantly music done. Alright, what's my next mastery badge? Semtex? Who's the artist? What is happening right now? Oh, and get kills with Semtex. So yeah, let's get some kills with Semtex. Yes. Go with a. Marksman. Marksman rifle. I really haven't unlocked a lot. 3x just fine. 2 would be even better. Let's see. Let's see 2. I see a 2x. Way down the line. I'll deal with 3, but. Focused on Semtex. Focused on Semtex. What? I don't really have much of a choice on all this. Yeah, I stopped playing like real quick after it released. I guess, oh, sounds good. That. What the hell is happening? Like a little, like, MSG. Oh, boy. Yeah, carry handle sight. This is the one of those suitcase guns. If you didn't know. Okay, fine. Well, perhaps we'll go with, yeah, and stealthy, that works. I don't really need gunfighter if I'm not taking any attachments. Well, not a lot of them anyway. Equip any non-melee weapon in primary. Secondary, so that's okay. Stop, guys. Chill. Shush. Shield upgrades. Spring mine and I guess an injector. I know people don't really take that. Stop! 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 She's sassy. She's a sassy one. See? She barks at me. She like if I do something she doesn't like, she will bark. Like disapproval at me. Alright, so we have something that is geared towards the challenge and some kind of task. I don't know that I'll necessarily adhere to that, but we have that option. Other loadouts. Good. So that's sort of my burgeoning this is my burgeoning melee build. I want the highest mobility. Looks like it's gonna be a SOG. Yep. Okay. See what I mean? Like I hadn't realized that maybe that would be a good thing to consider for. So now I am. And it is fully kitted out, I guess. Good for gunfighter. I wanted the extra perk. It's a little Uzi man. Perk breed. I like being Quartermaster. I think. Oh no, it was Gung Ho, I think, was the other one I wanted. Yeah. Beautiful. And I love the baseball bat, but it is only it's a 2-hit kill. But I'll keep using it until I unlock the bow staff. How about that? I'm assuming the bow staff's probably going to be a 2-hit kill too, so it's all good. What did I have in my secondary? Rekova. My damage. It's like the John Wick gun, one of the many John Wick guns. We'll go loud with the sidearm. I don't think I need. Or no, I think the SOG doesn't have a suppressor. It will not. matter. Or sorry, it will not matter. Oh man, that would be nice. Although that's good too. We don't need the sight. To me. Any skins? Any camo? Yes? No? That's it. Only one. Only one. Say no. Weapon, what is that? What's the, weapon metal? Gun metal. There you go. Gun metal black. That's what we got. You will get a suppressor. Get suppressed. You will encounter a long barrel. You might not need one of those. And we're gonna stay hip fire. Stick with hip fire. Put a stock guy here. My dude. Fire. So probably gonna be one barrel. 45. Is it otherwise? That's it. I guess that's. If we're using scavenger, it doesn't matter. Yep. We're good. I'm done rationalizing. See what we ended up with. That has reasonable hip fire. Can I change the ungodly color? Gross. Even that's better. Gross, but I hate it. I still hate it. Back to the next one. Headshots. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. No specials, no flora, no fauna, no mill pop, no nothing. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, well, I'll earn them the hard way then, you know? I'll see if I can remember to stick to headshots. I don't know if I'm going to, but I will try my best. So I'll try to utilize a mixture of all three of these guys here. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to remove myself from my single-mindedness in that respect. And we'll go with the theme. We'll go with we'll go thematic with it. It's the cartoon themed mosh pit, which only sounds appropriate. You know? If you stopped in the last half hour, you can see that we're playing Call of Duty. And I said duty. We're gonna be doing that for the next hour. Till the end of the stream. Just that. Today's theme Thursday. Today's theme is still therapy. And calls are still low. I'm willing to take a call. I don't know how much help I can be in an hour, but I'm willing to take a call. I am not a doctor. I can still say that I'm not a doctor. I'm not a qualified medical professional. I am simply a dude who's lived some years, and I have a little bit of insight about some things. That's about it. If you have any questions about anything, or if you want to disagree with me that MAGA is a cult, then feel free to call in. Discord links are in the chats. Otherwise, enjoy the gameplay. I'll try to make it as entertaining as possible, but I think I'm about an average player.
Team deathmatch. Let him have it,
Maybe
Black
once
Ops.
my mouse hand has warmed up. we can think about doing some sniping.
Lead dart.
Oh, you stole my kill! Oh! I'm not gonna win. Not if I die. Oh, you've... Goddamn security. Oh, I forgot that shuts it. Killed myself. Oh, man. Yeah, I took way too long. Plan right there.
Behind.
Little plan of attack.
We're taking control. Come on,
Unintended.
fight.
Unintended coolness. Oh, page down. That's what I quick bound it to.
This shit ain't working.
Trying to do some Die Hard stuff there. Get ready to die hard. What? You're just standing there? That's fine. Oh, that's closed. Gonna stand there? That's fine. Just gonna stand there? That's fine.
We got the lead. Now hold it.
Daddy body, like that of your daddy body. Is that music of some sort? I got distracted by the possibility of music. Oh, I saw his nameplate too late. Saw his nameplate too late.
This is gonna be cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember how to do that. Ah, I saw it. He saw me before I saw. It's dusk. That's why it's hard to see. Don't scream! Was I the one screaming? I can't. I don't have headphones on, so I don't have directional sound. I hear. I'm hearing music now. I hear.
It's still there.
Is that his penis? How were you not dying? How many times did those bullets hit you in the face?
It's still there.
What are you asking about? Can I bank it? Can I bank it? Nope. Into me, probably, yeah. Ah, damn it. I was too focused on performing tricks. Come on. Oh! If you take too long, this is what I mean, like, I would take too long, because I'm so used to such a short time to kill. I really don't know. I expect that I'm either gonna die or kill the guy first, and if I don't kill him within the first few shots, I just assume I'm which I gotta get out of the habit of again. I realize that. That was an ouchie. That was an ouchie. Can confirm. Whole lot of. Why did it say that? Yep, he saw me. Let's go. Let's go. What happened to that shit over there? At least not accurately. Felt that one. Nope, that's my guy. He wasn't standing there.
Someone's feeling batty. That wasn't even it wasn't funny at all. And it cost me my life. Sailed right over his face. Where's he gonna come from? Oh no, I saw him. Oh my god, my aim. Bam, bitch.
I can't feel my butt. I can't feel my butt.
He's mine! He was my kill! No heroic dive into the pool. Couldn't make it happen.
Oh,
No! That's how you take one for the team, I guess? Oh, whiffed! Then he got me back, that son of a bee sting.
TACOM, launch counter UAV.
Nope, not even close.
TACOM, launch a UAV.
Not even close! No! Well, it's alright, it's fine. I was vulnerable. I was vulnerable and I was ready to be harvested like a little lamb by the hunter.
Nice. Bullet ahead.
Oh. Ooh, you son of a bee sting.
Damn it. Fuck.
So that's fine. Don't want to throw it back. Run! Oh my god. Oh, I saw it right at the last second.
You're falling behind. You gonna let a bunch of company assholes beat you? Fight back, damn it.
Stop cussing. I want to be family friendly. I just threw that reflexively. That was fine. Oh my god. No, I was laying on the pool table.
They're the CIA. You think they were just gonna let you walk all over them?
Fine, it's alright. I was laying on the pool table, it's okay.
Take a nigga out for throwing up the wrong gang signs. Landed in films in the 80s, I'm a bang man. That's how bodies are.
Yeah. Revel in it. Swim in it. Live in thy victory. The cell shading looks kind of shitty when you have it on balanced graphics, doesn't it? A little bit. Looks a little shitty. I'll admit it. I'll be the first to admit it. Looks a little shitty. Oh, I didn't even look at the scoreboard. Where did I fall in that one? How can I see? Where can I see my last? Where can I see my last matchy poo? Last matchy poo. Nope. Okay, well. I'll try to pay more attention to how I did. I think I did okay. I don't know. Map was a little spread out. What is with this like 2010 industrial music? It's like KMFDM stuff. It's good, but I mean I like KMFDM, not that it's like good. Okay, what are we signed on for? 10, small map, Nuketown, stakeout, demolition. No. Overdrive? Demolition is a respawn mode or no? Teams alternate. Nope. Overdrive. Sure. Control. That's just the regular. No, limited number of drives. Nope.
Kill order. That's a respawn mode, right? I had 10 before. Did they increase the number of flame marks? Oh, whatever. If we get into a match we don't like, we'll just care about logging a loss. Obviously. Get 5 kills without dying 50 times. 25 kills with Semtex. Oh yeah, Semtex. We'll play that guy. Finish a match with more than death. Good luck. I am not the living sort. Tend not to be too good at that for too very long. Oh, I got a lot of thingies. Black Bell boost. That's for the season, I assume? Whatever. Well, it's very interesting, this music. It's not the first thing I would have said, like, hey, what do you think the music for the new, well, this isn't new, but I mean, like, when it came out, be like, hey, this is going to be the music for the new season of Call of Duty, like, what do you think? I'd be like, all right. High damage, that means one hit kill, I think, but with a very long range. That's what I'm thinking. I get to be Donatello in real life in Call of Duty. Are we living in a simulation? Anyway, there's about a half an hour left. Thank you so much for joining if you're here, and if you're lurking, keep lurking. Playing Call of Duty if it's not immediately clear.
Face-off kill order. CIA, you're cleared hot.
And
Work your fragment.
that's about the long and short
The
of
lead
it.
is ours.
I am running through somebody's apartment. It's lovely, by the way, very well decorated. And I just went in a circle. That was interesting. I don't know why I'm just holding on to my axe. That's not what I'm trying to do. Nope. They were just reloading. I'm pretty sure that was what was happening. Nacho! Nacho day, my friend. Nacho.
Took out their HVT.
Ow!
Enemy HVT on site. Take them out.
Owie! Got hung up on that doorway. Oh, he's got armor. Oh. 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 I gotta throw more axes. Ow!
Enemy HVT is down.
Gotta throw more axes at some friends. Never match up
Hostile
fun
HVT
never
located.
ends with axes.
HVT is taking fire.
Axes in
Keep the
your
package safe.
face, axes with grays. He throws axes all over the place. That's me,
Our
Axeman.
HVT has been eliminated.
I'm the Axeman. I didn't pronounce axe very well that time. I need to learn to enunciate. Oh!
HVT.
I didn't know I
Friendly
could jump
HVT
out of
on
that.
site. Keep them safe. HVT under fire.
Bitrate is
HVT under
dead.
fire.
I think my bitrate
We've
has
taken the
died.
lead. Stay on task.
And
Enemy HVT on site. Take them out. They got our HVT.
holding the high value target hostage. That's how you do it. That's how you
Down.
that's how you do war. Whose weapon do I have?
Located. HVT is
going
taking
on?
fire. Keep the package
I just
safe.
passed someone. That was interesting.
They've taken the lead. Our
stuff
HVT has been eliminated.
Need to get
We took out their
headshots.
HVT.
Need to get hit. Oh yeah, I was gonna
Protect our HVT. Enemy
Oh, she's in
HVT
there.
on site. Take them out.
Oh, damn it! I don't think that this guy is not gonna Oh! In my face.
HVT under fire. Repeat, HVT under fire. Enemy HVT is down. They got our HVT.
Is AK a burst
Hostile
fire?
HVT located.
You just made a fatal mistake!
Is it a burst fire in real life? Oh, he's over there. He's right there.
Friendly HVT on site. Keep them safe.
Can I?
You just made a fatal
He was right there. Go back, go back, go back, go back, go back. Oh, I was spamming that button. Let me tell
Took
you.
out their HVT. HVT is taking fire. Keep the package safe.
You just made a fatal mistake!
Enemy HVT
Oh,
on
he's
site.
got his
Take them out.
voice lines.
You just made a fatal mistake!
Love that. Good walk, guys.
HVT under fire. Repeat, HVT under fire. Claim the advantage. Now
shoot
hold
him
it.
Shoot
Enemy
through the wall.
HVT is
All you
down.
gotta do.
Given up the lead.
Through the walls. Through the walls, you're good. You shoot through the walls, no one will chew on your balls.
Delinquents!
Hostile HVT located.
There you go, Semtex kill. Look at that.
HVT is taking fire. Keep the package
Whoa,
safe.
what was that?
Our HVT has been
Musical cue?
eliminated. Protect our
You just
HVT.
made a fatal
There
mistake!
wasn't
HVT under
anyone out
fire.
there.
Repeat, HVT under fire. We took out their
The HVT just kind of ran right
They got our
into
HVT.
my fire line right there. I shot you twice. There was 2 bullets that went straight
Friendly
to your
HVT on
face.
site. Keep them safe. Enemy HVT on site. Take them out.
Oh, got shot in the face a couple times in a row. That's not how you gain control.
You
of the
just made a
situation.
fatal mistake!
That was that. Yeah.
HVT is taking fire. Keep the package safe. Enemy HVT is down.
Suitcase gun.
Delinquents!
I thought I could
HVT located.
crouch and do that, but I was
Our
in battlefield
HVT has
mode,
been eliminated.
and that's not what we're playing here.
Protect
You
our
just made a
HVT.
fatal mistake!
We took out their HVT.
Take care of that.
HVT under fire. Repeat, HVT under fire. We're winning.
Oh, you
Keep it up.
continued to fire.
They got our
What?
HVT.
So shouldn't
Enemy
that be full
HVT on
auto
site.
then? How
Take
is that
them
a?
out.
That's a full
Hostiles
auto.
reclaim the lead.
Actually, a full auto. Marksman.
You are HVT. Stay alert.
You just made a fatal mistake!
Definitely not aiming like I needed to. That was a bad thing. Pick me up! 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 No! That's why you gotta pick them up.
Friendly HVT on
Just
site.
made a
Keep
fatal
them safe.
mistake!
I'm right here. I'm right here.
You just made a fatal
Alright, get
mistake!
baited. Get baited. And then get baited again, I guess, if I can.
HVT is taking fire. Keep the
Come on,
package safe.
collateral.
Enemy HVT is down.
That didn't.
Time's nearly up. Close it down.
You just made
Hostile
a fatal
HVT
mistake!
located. Our HVT has been eliminated.
I was gonna say that's a grenade.
Mine was disrupted.
Yep, just stand right
Protect our
there. Stand
HVT.
right there. Just right in the kill zone right there. Just kind of feed your grenade. Eat the grenade. And then
HVT under fire.
You
Repeat,
probably-
HVT under fire. We took out their HVT.
yep, I was I
They
went the
got
wrong
our
direction.
HVT.
It was the wrong direction.
Eyes up.
it's fine,
You're the
fine.
HVT.
I wanted it. I wanted the conflict. I wanted to not make it out of that.
Oh! Enemy HVT on site. Take them out.
Why am I the HVT?
Report to the nearest extraction point. I have to make a call.
See, now that just made me look bad. I did okay.
Molotov sight.
That little suitcase gun just does not pack a punch, does it? Conflict, Victor, blood cell. Black cell. I think was the right. No. Cancel. You shush! And then he looked at me like he was gonna beat me up. So would I. I got the ass valve. I got my little ass valve. That's a good one. That's, you know, subsonic rounds. I'll never get a score streak. Not with that attitude, son. Do I have the skin? Okay. How do you tell? How do I? Oh, that's, wow, what a difference. Okay. We'll go with that. Integral suppressor. Wow, no mutual unlocks. Am I playing the wrong game? Right? Like, I thought that I had way more unlocks than this. Don't they share, don't some weapons share like important things? I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Don't they share important things? Don't placate me! Oh, do you suppose if you do the inspect, like maybe it'll be in like the collapse form and it'll like uncollapse it? Oh. That'd be cool. So previously I had it so that I was doing the choosing between two whatever the things that the Zebra agent is part of, with the field upgrades.
Face up domination.
This one again.
We have our orders. See it through. Taking Bravo underway. Taking B. Zone Charlie locked down. B secured.
Yep, this is definitely the map to get Semtex kills
Securing
on.
zone A.
Let me tell you. Oh, asphalgia in the face.
Losing B.
Oh, that is wrong direction.
Losing Bravo.
Oh, a little bit of a distance. Oh, ouchie. Come on. Please.
Taking A. Losing B.
Okay. Thought I had crystal.
Securing Alpha.
Does that count?
He just made a final mistake!
Taking Alpha. Locking down Bravo. Locked down. They're taking C.
He just
Securing
made a
Alpha.
final mistake!
Did you not think that somebody was just
Locked Charlie.
I got tased, bro.
Locking down
You
Charlie.
know something about hand-to-hand combat!
You're falling
Oh, I
behind,
can get
Crimson.
up.
Losing Bravo.
Oh, would have helped with that. Wait, don't I have? No, I don't. That's Semtex kill.
You just made a final mistake!
Securing Charlie. Zone C secure.
Dunzo. Goddamn, y'all. Okay, get it. What?
Losing B. The lead is ours.
Is that Pascal? Oh, hi. You scared me right in the face. The 360. Semtex kill.
We've given up the lead.
Oh, ran
Securing
right into
Zone
it
A.
myself. Cool. That's
Securing
fine.
B.
That wasn't the Maddie.
We're losing Charlie. Taking Alpha. Taking A.
Nope, that's a Semtex.
They're taking C.
What was that? Was that a freaking
Taking Alpha.
ghost in the machine? Ah! He's back there. He's back there. Go get him.
Taking B.
No, he's bad.
We're losing Charlie.
You just made a final
Taking A.
mistake!
Go see your nameplates.
Down Bravo. Securing Alpha.
Nope, nope, he didn't see me. He didn't see me. He didn't see me. Okay. He's on.
You just made a final
No!
mistake!
Okay. No! Oh. Good Rapus. I'm just gonna start flailing.
They're taking C.
Start flailing wildly.
Taking Bravo underway. Securing Zone A. Securing Alpha.
You just made a final mistake!
Guy with the golden gun is the one I'm trying to prioritize.
You just made a final mistake!
Oh, I got stuck. Got stuck.
That's out of the way, let's take roll!
We're losing Charlie.
Is this the AK? Oh, Asval. Get stuck. Bro! Anti-personnel mine.
Securing B. Taking Bravo underway. They're taking C. Bravo is ours.
Enemies rearming! Attackers in front! Hey, incoming!
Oh no, I'm gonna get killed by my own mine.
Taking Alpha.
I'm onto you, bud. Not you guys, I'm not onto
You
you.
just made a final
We're losing Charlie. Losing Bravo.
delinquent!
Securing Zone A.
Ow, okay. Well, it was bullet against bullet, and your bullets were better. Ow.
Fair.
What? Ah, let's go.
Securing Alpha.
Nope, okay. Yeah, that was me pre-firing. That's fine. Ow! Okay. I got shocked.
Losing B.
You just made a final mistake!
No!
Losing Bravo.
Perhaps, what is it, the one that reduces damage from explosives would have been useful here?
We lost B.
I didn't throw it, I meant to throw it!
You just made a
Behind
final
the ammo!
Securing
Ow,
Zone
I
A.
saw you!
You just
They're
made a
taking
final
C.
mistake!
Sacrifice!
Alpha.
Flash myself or smoke myself.
Taking B.
You just made a final mistake!
There's gonna be people.
Taking
I
A.
reload. Fine.
Knocking down Bravo. Losing B.
Ow, you son of a munchie.
We're losing Charlie.
Munchie? What a munchie?
Enemy control.
What is a munchie?
Securing Alpha. Losing Bravo.
Ah,
You just made a final mistake!
Taking Alpha. Losing B.
did we get
All
it?
locations secured. Hold your position.
You just made a final mistake!
Losing A.
Get smoked.
Bravo lost.
Get shot with a gun. Get shot with another gun.
I hope you know something about hand-to-hand combat!
He knows I'm here. He knows I'm here now. Ooh, man. That was so weird.
All objectives locked down. Hold the enemy back. We lost C. We're losing Alpha.
Did I not? I didn't even get that. I used my field upgrade. Oh, yeah, he saw me.
Losing Bravo.
Did I get all my Semtex kills? Oh, okay. He saw my dirty work. He saw what I did.
Securing
Oh,
C.
no.
We're losing Alpha.
That was
We lost Alpha. Taking A.
Chase him.
Losing B.
Ooh, you
Taking C.
mother fudger. You mother father.
You just made a final mistake!
They've taken the lead. Securing
You just
Zone
made
A.
a...
Oh, Semtex.
Alpha secure.
See, this is why I don't get kill streaks.
Losing B.
Because I'm way
Securing
more
Charlie.
concerned
Taking the lead. Stay on task.
preserving my
Losing A.
existence.
Charlie
I saw a
secured.
nameplate. Did I not see a nameplate?
Lost A.
You just made a final mistake!
Oh, he saw me early. He saw me.
Hostiles reclaim the lead. Taking B.
Oh, I got it. I got the Semtex challenge.
Bravo zone
You
secured.
knew what you had to do when I saw you.
Enemy grenade! Enemy using shock charge!
Oh, he's my grenade. He's my grenade.
Claim the advantage.
Sorry,
Now
there
hold
was
it.
Did you not like shoot through that
Securing Alpha.
or something? You should have died like that.
Enemy's free mark!
Nice little dragon breath spray right there.
Losing Bravo.
You just made a final
Bravo
mistake!
team locked down. Dig in and
He
hold
shot
them.
me in the throat,
They're taking C.
which is why that killed me when it was. Just try and get headshots from now on.
We're losing
Gotta get
Alpha.
them camos, girl. You gotta get them
They're taking all
camos.
zones.
You just made a final mistake! You just made a final mistake!
Lost Alpha. We're losing Charlie.
You just made a final
Taking Alpha.
All right,
Losing Bravo.
you say that a lot, but I
You just made a final mistake! You just made
you
a
kill
final
yourself?
mistake!
did you disappear in a cloud of smoke?
Lost B.
What was that?
Locking down Bravo. Taking Bravo
That was
underway.
obviously a guy that failed to do his job. It wasn't my fault.
Securing B. Taking A. They're taking C.
We have a little fun around here.
You just made a final
We have just a
mistake!
little
Securing
bit
zone
of
A.
fun.
All zones lost.
You just made a final
Taking
mistake!
Bravo underway. Taking
Ow,
Alpha.
stop shooting me. Stop shooting me. No!
All zones are being locked down. Taking
That was a
B.
great pass. Oh, that jumped right into the courtyard, which wouldn't typically
Losing
kill
A.
you, but there's a death void. Death
Losing
void.
B.
Where are they camping now? What's happening? Is there a
We're
point to
losing
that?
Alpha. Losing Bravo. Losing A.
Just line up real nice for us there. That's good. That's how you. We jumped out of the way, but I got the kills anyway.
Losing B.
That was a trade. I got the challenges done.
You just made a fatal mistake!
We're losing Alpha.
Now I can camp. Yeah, so fucking
On your spray line.
casually reload here. Doody-bop. Shit. Aw, he saw my nameplate. Damn it.
Losing A. We're ahead, but stay
You shouldn't
alert.
camp
Marking
anyway, you
people are
know.
no fool. Losing Bravo.
I'm out of the bathroom, my friend.
Securing C.
Oh, I heard you. I heard you. I heard you, my friend. Ow. Ow, that's not cool. That's not nice. Don't touch it.
Locking down Bravo.
I hate that leisure suit that he's wearing. Might be the source of my enmity.
They never stood a chance. Proceed to extract sequence.
We won! Yeah, we had a good team.
One chance to fight once they find out who you are.
Who's that
You
guy?
die.
Is that like supposed to be Darth Vader? Or something? Who is that? I'm confused. Is that from something? I wish I had the Ninja Turtle skins. I didn't take advantage of it at the time. I was like, oh man, that's probably gonna be pretty good. Was that a SOG loop? I think I've already started investing in the correct weapon. Weapon! Yes! Ha ha! So what is it? What do we got? Okay, a less respectable hip fire. A little less respectable. No, sir. We gonna have to twank it. What was that? I said we gonna have to twank it. What? We're gonna have to tweak it. Oh no. I didn't want to join a new level match. Oh. Well, I guess that works too. Sure. Wanted to fiddle with the blueprint. Nacho cheese gun! Does it take the skin off if I... No. Sopresada. Kick reset? And how quickly the recoil pattern resets. But, wait. So does that mean that I have to like burst fire it? Well, we'll see, I guess. I would rather a suppressor, but I guess damage range. Oh, that would be, yeah, part of the, right? Hot cheese. Yes. Ha ha. care about fight the recoil, that's fine. That might be where the handling will be suffering. I want to stay with the quick reload. Not slide forward, no, sprint to fire. That's what we want. Yes, sir. Akimbo! Go on, good sir. I didn't know that was a thing. I'll take it when I unlock it. I'll take it when I unlock it. Hello. Got itches? She's got terrible allergies on her skin. It's not good. Spread. I think that's 5 out of 5 right there. Oh, rapid fire. Oh my lord. Ooh-wee. Okay, well, perhaps we don't need to worry about damage range and we can just rapid fire. Bam. Okay. That's not even bad for all the shit that I'm putting it through. That's not bad for if I'm constantly aiming, like I'm like from yeah, you know. Sweet. Well, I'm definitely gonna play this off stream for a bit. Now that I unlocked that skin, that's a pretty cool skin with a gun. That's all. That's it. This is fun. It's not killing my computer. I don't know if you're watching and you saw the diagnostics on the screen. I think I had them up. Let me know what temperature it was reading when the action was happening, because it did stutter a bit on my monitor, but I don't know if it stuttered on the, because the bitrate never dipped. So I don't know if it was just the conversion of the frames because of how hard my computer was working, or if it was the actual internet itself. I don't think it was. I think we did okay. Well, all right. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, wait. Do I actually have that finishing move? I just meant to preview it. Hilarious. Oh, and I got a boar, right? Is that a boar? Or hyena. I got a hyena. You can sick a hyena on you. Yeah. Cool. And that's the Dome. I can't do his voice. But it's in the show, they kick people in the nuts. So I don't think you can do that. Because it's like influencing kids to kick people in the nuts, I guess. But then again, you're, I guess, influencing them to kick them in the head. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, batter up. What's that one? Oh yeah, that's a good one. It does. Any ragdolls? Yeah. Like that one. All right, well. That was fun. It's been fun. This is me. What is this music? Again, I'm wondering where they got this music from. What is up with that? It's not terrible, but it just seems a little I don't know, out of character for COD. I don't know. We'll see. I'll be playing this again on Wednesday probably. Tuesday is Thursday I will not be streaming. I might be streaming. I don't know. We'll see what the format of Thursday is going to be, and then I might stream. Might not, might stream, but we'll see. That's a week away, but you know, way ahead of time, so there can be no confusion. All right, well, I've been Goose. Thank you so much for stopping by, and if you stuck around, then holy crap, you're awesome. Thank you very much. All right, I got nothing more to say, really. We just kind of just hanging out. All right. All right. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful all those things. And